All right, we are back. We are back. We are back. Good morning, Tzel. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Tara, Keisha, good morning. Mary, good morning. Joy, good morning. One moment. All right. Friday, I was in Fort Lauderdale, and I talked about, in spite of our foolishness, God still covered us. So I'm going back into the book, and I'm just going to start reading on page 164, okay? In these verses, the devil uses a little truth with every statement to trick them. Oftentimes, when the devil is trying to manipulate you, he gives you a semblance of truth with a promise of something he cannot give. He gives you a semblance of truth with a promise of something he cannot give. He gives you a semblance of truth with something he cannot give. When you study the devil's words used in this passage, you'll notice 46% of what he said was true. The devil planted a seed of doubt that God was holding something back from them. Since God gave us free will and the opportunity to choose our path, we are often led astray by our lust for more. When you really process why we don't obey God, it's often because we think there is something that we are missing. Why do people struggle to give to God? Because we think if we give to God, we lose something. We have a nature that's selfish. By nature, we're selfish. Think about it. You never have to teach you have to teach a child to give. You have to teach giving. Because naturally, we keep. One of the key words a child will say, mine. Mine. You don't have to teach a child mine. You have to teach a child share. So the devil works our human nature to our detriment. So his goal is to steal your destiny. John 10:10, Jesus says, I came to give them life and give them life more abundantly. The devil says, I've come to steal, kill, and destroy you. Steal, kill, and destroy. Steal, kill, and destroy. So if I can get them to misunderstand, I will destroy them, I will kill them, and I will steal their destiny. So you have to be mindful to get proper understanding of what God's telling you to do. Because the goal of the enemy is to get you bitter, confused, angry. So therefore you won't obey what God told you to do. Since God gave us free will and the opportunity to choose our path, we often led astray by our lust for more. Let's go through the Bible. Why wouldn't Adam and Eve just listen to God? Why wouldn't Adam and Eve just listen to God? What was it? The devil said that they would be like God. They wanted more. Okay, let's talk about the next story in the Bible. What's the next story after Adam and Eve fell? What's the next problem with the person? Well, I'm gonna help y'all. What was the issue between Cain and Abel? Let's talk about it. What was the issue between Cain and Abel? Anybody want to help me with this? What was the issue with Cain and Abel? What was the issue? What was the issue? And you'll see a common theme with man struggling. What was the issue? Why did Cain kill his brother? What was the issue? I'm gonna let y'all answer the question. Okay, TCL says jealousy. Sort of. Mm-hmm. But my question is, why would he be jealous of something he could have done? Yeah, it was an offering. It was an offering. Okay. Let me help y'all. You know what? Let's talk about it real quick, and I'm going to let it go. I want y'all to see this so that you'll never struggle with this one again. What was the issue? I'm going to read it to y'all in the King James so we have total clarity on what was the issue. Okay? So I think it's in chapter 4. Let's read this together so we get clarity. What was the issue? Here it is. And Adam and Eve, Adam knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man-child. And she again bare brother Abel. So who was first? Cain. Okay. Abel was a keeper of the sheep, and Cain was a tiller of the ground. Cain was a tiller of the ground. Guess what? If Cain was a tiller of ground, what should he know? He's a farmer. What should he know? What principle should Cain know? If he's a farmer, what principle should he know? Of all the principles in the Bible, what is the principle every farmer should know? Seed, time, and harvest, right? You think so, right? Okay. In the process of time, this is verse 3. This is Genesis chapter 4, verse 3. In the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering to the Lord. Cain brought a what? An offering. So what's this whole argument about? Giving. Okay. And verse 4, and Abel, he also brought of his firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof. The Lord had respect unto Abel and his offering, but unto Cain, his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very much wroth, angry, and his countenance fell. Verse 6, here go God trying to help him. And God said to Cain, why are you angry? Why has your countenance fallen? If you do well, shall you not be respected? If you do not do well, sin lies at your door. So who opened the door to sin? Ha ha ha. You shall rule it, but its desires to rule you. And Cain talked with Abel's brother, and it came to pass, and it went to the field that he killed his brother. What are we arguing about? And they arguing about offering, y'all. God said, do this. He says, I don't want to do it. Now I'm mad because my brother Abel did it and God was pleased. And the same thing Abel could have done, Cain could have done. Same thing, but chose not to. And that's the challenge with this whole process of hearing God. Some just don't want to listen. It does not matter if God is speaking if you're not listening. It does not matter what God says to you if you choose not to respond. It was never a problem of hearing God. It was obeying God, because you hear God all the time. The question is, will you listen? Meaning, will you have a corresponding action to it? Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Will you obey God? This is one area. It's one area, but it's a common area. Okay. Back into my book, page 164. They fell for the scheme because they didn't trust that God had their best interest in heart. Over and over again, when people go wrong, is they think they're smarter than God. Over and over again, people go wrong when they think they're smarter than God. You are not. We are so preoccupied with our next that we don't appreciate our now. We must understand how the devil works. So let's read. This is John 8:44. I'm reading out the book. You are of your father, the devil. It's your will to practice the desires which are characteristic of your father. He was a murderer from the beginning, does not stand in truth because there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks what's natural for him, but he's a liar and the father of lies and half-truths. Every time you lie, you're acting like the devil. He is the father of lies. God wants you to be hot or cold. That's from not lukewarm. That's Revelations 3:16, where he says, I want you hot or cold, lukewarm I spit out. I have a real issue with lying. I try my best not to do it. You notice I didn't say I've never lied before. You notice that? Because if I said I never lied, I'd be lying, right? That's why I put in the book, I try my best not to lie. Because if I said I never lied, I'd be lying. And sometimes, isn't it funny how we lie about stupid stuff? Just stupid stuff. You know, that why say that? You know? And I said, nah, man, my bad. That's not true. That's what I be doing. You know, so they say, yes, no, no. I got the money. I still want to give to you. See, the truth is, I have the money. I don't want to give it to you. Verse say, man, do you have some money? Nah, dog, I don't have any money. No, I have the money. I just don't want to give it to you. See, that's the truth. That's the truth. I have the money and I don't want to give it to you. Or, you know what? I'm tired. I'm not tired. I'm just tired of you. Come on. Can we be truth tellers? I'm not really tired. I just don't want to talk to you. You know, sometimes we say, can you talk? And you say, no, I'm just kind of tired. No, you're not tired. I'm tired of talking to you. And sometimes it's hard because, and oftentimes when we don't tell the truth, it's because we're not trying to hurt someone's feelings. Is that the truth? I just don't want to hurt your feelings. So I kind of lie so I don't hurt you. But the problem is every time you lie, you're flowing on the frequency of the devil. I want y'all to get this. Every time you lie, you're flowing on the frequency of the devil. I had a person I knew, a younger person I was trying to help out. And he says, man, I got a modeling contract to go to, New York. Can I hold some money? I said, no, you can't. He said, I know you got it. I said, I know I got it too. No, you're not a model. He said, but I said, they lied to you. They lied to you. I'm not going to lie to you. You got a little too much on you. I said, you're not a model. And I'm not trying to be mean. Charmaine was a model at one time. And I asked her, hey, babe, this young person asked me about modeling. Is that a model? He says, no. She said, no. Then I spoke to another brother at church who was a model. I said, does that person look like a model? They said, no. So after I got counsel, I said, listen, I love you, but you're not a model. They sold you something. And they also told me if you were a model, they would pay for you to go to New York. You don't pay for it because if they want you, they pay for it. You got sold something. It's a trick. Don't do it. I'm not giving you the money. Well, someone gave him the money. And guess what? He's not modeling and he's about $1,000 short. Why? Because he didn't hear God. Sometimes we are trying to protect someone's feelings by lying. Come on, let's be honest. Let's be honest. You lie so you don't have to confront truth. But the reason why I want you to understand, every time you lie, you are flowing on the frequency of the devil. When you speak truth, you're flowing on the frequency of God. When you lie, you're flowing on the frequency of the devil. When you tell the truth, you're flowing on the frequency of God. Remember, Jesus says, I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life. So every time I speak in truth, I'm speaking like Jesus. Every time I speak lies, I speak like the devil. Now, the problem is if you lie too often, it becomes your routine and your regimen. And before you know it, it becomes the norm. So fight to consistently tell the truth. Now, there are sometimes we're not intending to lie. It just come out. Why? We're born into sin. We're born into it. Do you know how, as a child, how often we lie? Your mama said, baby, did you do it? No, I ain't do it, mama. No, I ain't do it. We've been lying so long. Did you do your homework? Yeah. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Yeah, we do it on our jobs. Hey, you get that done? Yeah. And you go, can I see it? Oh, I'm almost finished. Lying. I'm going to pick you up in 20 minutes. An hour later. You lying. Guess what? I overslept. I missed it. I'm my bad. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. And I know I'm harping on this, but I really want you to understand how the devil gets you in a pattern of lying with small things, which leads to big things. You saw what I read to you. You're like your father. He never told the truth. The truth's not in him. Now, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm saying what the Bible said. All I'm saying is we often struggle with being truth tellers because we're afraid of hurting people's feelings. I know. You know, my wife comes and say, babe, does this look good on me? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. But I have developed a relationship whereas she knows I'm going to tell her the truth because I don't want her to feel something looks good when it doesn't. Love tells the truth. Babe, you need to tighten up. Truth. I'm just, y'all can get mad at me, but I'm going to tell you the truth. All right. I love you. God bless you. I pray this helped you. I pray it helped you. By the way, the next book, it looks like less than 10 pages away. Yes, we are. So if you want to, the next book is going to be on business. It will be business and the Bible. This next book, if you want to order it. It will be at church, or you can order from my website, jomocousins.com. But this is the next one. So I'm giving you tons of time to order it before we start, because when we start, everyone's going to be trying to get a book. I told y'all. Anyway, I love you. God bless you. Have a great day. God bless.